Yo, what's going down, Green Screen Entertainment fans? Your homie Jay Green back right now with a brand new review, and that is for The End of Oak Street. Yo, when I first saw this trailer, I was like, all right, this shit looks interesting. Possibly we got some dinosaurs in a neighborhood, a family's trying to run away, cosmic forces set them into a prehistoric time. What's going on? What's going down? Let's just hope that these dinosaurs are actually eating folks and we have a little bit more excitement and adventure than we've had from the last few Jurassic Park films. Because I ain't here for no clone chicks or locusts, let me tell you. That being said, I hate to break it to y'all, but this neighborhood prehistoric adventure wasn't it. Now, before I get into all that, who wrote and directed this movie? David Robert Mitchell. That cat wrote and directed this movie, and he's also the same one that wrote and directed It Follows. Now, that movie is not for everyone, but I do own it on Blu-ray, and I think that movie's great. So when I'm thinking about It Follows and what he did with that and this, I see that mystery box aspect as to what's really going on here. However, I'm not sure what really went wrong here. Now, this movie stars the lovely Anne Hathaway, the amazing Ewan McGregor, Maisie Stella, and Christian Convery. Now, when I first saw the trailer and I heard the premise, I thought of Jurassic Park meets The Twilight Zone. But upon watching this movie, I would say that it's a little bit more of a discount 80s and 90s Steven Spielberg mixed with that Saturday morning Land of the Lost and the masterful creature design of those stop motion dinosaur shows from back in the day. Whoa. Breathtaking cinematography and effects. Am I right? So let me start off with what worked for me in this movie. Number one, Anne Hathaway. She carries this movie. She is acting her ass off with as silly or interesting or creative, if you will, as this premise can be. She is giving it her all. You would think you're watching Anne Hathaway from The Odyssey, Interstellar, any other amazing Anne Hathaway performance. She's bringing it for real, for sure. I believe in this movie that she is being chased by some goddamn dinosaurs. I believe she's trying to hold this family together. I believe that the little couple drama going on between her and Ewan McGregor is real, has been going on for a minute, and she's had it up to here, and she is portraying all of those things extremely well in this movie. Big ups to Anne Hathaway. The other thing that worked for me was dinosaurs eating folks in the neighborhood. I mean, we're talking about blood, heads getting ripped off, legs getting bitten off, all types of shit like that. That's what we should have been seeing a few Jurassic Park films ago. But we ain't seen none of that shit. Not for real the way they were trying to make it seem like they was going to do. So this movie did bring that. Another thing that worked for me was the premise. Some random space flare situation or event, whatever, we don't really know. That's cool. But something that basically puts a dome over the whole town and moves it to a prehistoric time, swaps out this circle of prehistoria, if you will, puts it in our spot and moves our spot into prehistoric time. Cool, let's rock with that. But what didn't really work for me in this movie was the pacing. The way that they are trying to tell this prehistoric neighborhood adventure story, to me, was paced way too slow. We have this couple drama going on between Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor. Cool, you want to add a little bit of tension there. The kids are fine for the moment, but every time we should be like on the go, adrenaline rush, keep it moving. Dinosaurs are in the neighborhood. The dinosaurs ain't gonna stop doing dinosaur shit. So why do we have time to slow down and have this argument? How do we have time to stand out in the middle of nowhere and have this conversation, things of that nature? Why are we slowing down for some of these character moments that don't really add much to the story? Not from the very beginning, not from the middle, and not to the end. There's never necessarily a through line with some of these threads that they're setting up, and there's never anything built off of the reason why Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor are kind of going through some of their relationship ills, if you will. They say it as much of like, okay, there's this going on, there's that going on, but they never really fully address that, and it gets just kind of wrapped up because it does. So I didn't really need that. And it took away from the dinosaur action. Speaking of the dinosaur action, that's another thing that didn't really work for me. Now, I said a minute ago that it did work for me because I'm seeing blood and people getting heads bitten off and legs torn up and arms ripped off, stuff like this. Yeah, that was cool. when the dinosaurs did that ish, but for the most part, as I showed you that clip of the claymation dinosaurs, that stop motion shit from way back in the day, like 70s or 80s, that's exactly how the dinosaurs are moving in this movie. Mind blown that you chose to make these dinosaurs seem like something that would have been out of a video game from the original NES. The CGI is not that good at all. This looks like some early 90s, early 2000s CGI on the dinosaurs. These dinosaurs are moving slow AF. All these humans can basically outrun the dinosaurs, so why this family is the only one outrunning them and everyone else gets killed like immediately, beyond me. There's moments when people are fighting the dinosaurs and I have to ask myself, are we mere humans strong enough to swing a sledgehammer at a big fucking T-Rex and knock it out for even just a minute? I'm gonna call BS on that shit. So with the combination of the couple drama slowing down the action that could be, the action that was not very believable or entertaining or exciting as it should have been. The other thing that didn't work for me was a lot of the character choices. Listen, I understand that in a movie, certain things have to happen, certain characters, maybe they gotta split up, something's gonna go down for us to have a movie, for us to go out and have to look for that person and then overcome all this and all that. I get it, that's fine. But if you look at films that have done it in the past, clearly this movie is gonna get compared to Jurassic Park. Think about everything that was going on with those characters. For the most part, you understood exactly why a character was getting out of the car, running over here, going over there. Why do we have to do what we're doing? And if they did have to leave the safety of the unit, the compound, the house, the whatever it was, the vehicle, they did it with a lot more care and caution than anybody does in this movie. You missed me with that. So now, because of these dumb character choices, silly actions, I'm taken out of these moments, like not just that it's unbelievable that a human could survive this or outrun that, but I'm just questioning, well, why the F are you doing this or are you doing that? Miss me with that. And another thing that took me out of this, aside from just the character choices, is the fact that the movie is portraying this as like, man, it's a serious situation. Your whole freaking town and neighborhood has been moved to a whole different time, a prehistoric situation. You feel what I'm saying? Your neighbors, your friends, your community getting heads ripped off, bodies torn apart, people in your family getting got, all types of shit like this. And the movie's taking time to show dinosaurs taking shits, dinosaurs fucking, and the people are like, look at that. They fuck just like us. No, your neighbors just got eaten. This is what y'all worried about? Get the fuck out of here. Use this as an opportunity to get away, duck and hide. What are y'all doing? Miss me with that. In this movie, there's moments of relationships being formed, friendships being made, couple drama, silly interactions with neighbors, random photos being taken because they think it's funny. And with everything going on with the pacing and all those sort of things that I just said didn't work for me, I'm also wondering, what is this movie trying to be? Are you trying to be funny? Are you trying to be an adventure film? Are you trying to be a thriller? Like, what is it? I would have rather had this movie be a hard rated R where we're seeing some, like we see some blood, but I'm trying to see some blood and guts and bodies ripped in half. Maybe introduce me to some neighbors that we like. So when these neighbors that we like get got, I feel something. Feel free to let the family run wild, whatever. But then in the end of the movie, like I said, with this relationship drama, kind of wraps up in a nice little bow. Give me some actual meat to their drama. Their drama never really had a lot of weight to the plot, to the story, or even to them. It was just there, right? So in the end, when it gets wrapped up, I'm like, okay, good for them, but I got more questions than I got answers. Damn. So to wrap this thing up, I do not think that this movie is worthy of a trip to the theater. There's nothing outstanding to see on screen other than Anne Hathaway's acting caliber. Phenomenal. But I would rather have you go watch The Odyssey. Or shit, pop on The Devil Wears Prada 2 for some great Anne Hathaway acting and more intense, on the edge of your seat drama. And I ain't lying. So it wasn't a terrible film, but it wasn't a good film. And I feel like it just missed the mark on what it could have been. But what say you? Is this movie on your radar? Do you still want to check it out? I hope that you do. Don't let me make the decision for you. But really though, Regardless, whatever you think, comment below, let me know. Now, quick reminder, I got a green screen live coming up this Sunday. On Sunday, I'm gonna tap into a little bit of movie news, some of the hot topic issues that are on my mind. I'm gonna address with y'all. I wanna hear what y'all think about that. We got the Green Lantern show, which is coming out. It's gonna be 9 p.m. Eastern, so 6 p.m. our time. So I'm gonna watch that show and then hopefully maybe talk a little bit about it on the live. Wanna hear y'all thoughts about that. That's gonna be on HBO Max. And I'll probably also do maybe a teensy bit of a spoiler review for this movie, going into a little bit more detail. Either way, come back to the channel, 8 o'clock Sunday evening. It's going down. I'm gonna have a live. Want y'all to join in with that. Trying to grow. Again, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year or before the end of the year. So if you like what I'm doing with my lives, or you like what I'm doing with my reviews and they're entertaining and they're giving y'all some insight and some knowledge into what might be working for you or not, do me a favor, share these videos, comment, like, all that sort of stuff. The engagement really helps out my channel, and I appreciate y'all for that in advance. Okay? Other than that, your homie, Jay Green, I'm out.